Welcome back. Today is National Nurses Day, so our sponsors at Bryant Stratton College want to show how they're training the next generation of nurses. Take a look at our visit to their facility. Well, today we came to visit our sponsors here on campus at Bryant Stratton College. I'm here with Dr. Girton. Thank you so much for inviting us out to the nursing school.
Well, thank you for coming.
Of course. I'd love to know why it was important for Bryant Stratton College to bring this nursing program to Western New York.
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, some of its genesis is from Bryant Stratton's been in nursing since 2005. As if your readers and listeners know that we're in 4 different states. We have 16 different programs. And so we've been expanding over the last 20 years, trying to meet the needs of the communities from Wisconsin, Ohio, Virginia, and New York. And New York has been the last leg of the journey. Part of it is because New York has the most discerning regulations and requirements. So it takes more planning in order to succeed in New York. So, and that coupled with the fact that Western New York leaders and community leaders, business leaders we have a very tight business bond and a community bond with them, and they've been asking for more nurses too, because it's general knowledge, but it's hard to put numbers to, but since COVID, the nursing shortage has just 4 to 8 times worse than it was before 2020, and that hasn't stopped. Even the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that we're still at least 500,000 nurses behind.
Let's talk more about that commitment to these nursing programs. Like you mentioned, there are 16 campuses across 4 states with Bryant Stratton College, and your commitment is coming here to Western New York with this program.
Bryant Stratton has a very unique understanding of student experience. We put the student first. Our goal, no matter what our programs are, is to put the student in the center of the circle, and it offers many support structures and tutoring structures and helpful structures for them to succeed. We want every one of our students to succeed. And nursing, by its very nature, has a very rigorous program. So therefore, nurses come into it already with a lot of trepidation, and we want to give them those extra steps of support, even from the very beginning of qualifying for the program and then making it through our program, which, as you'll probably ask, goes through a 32-month semester.
Well, within Western New York, which campuses actually have this program?
Well, we've decided that all of our health care is somewhat situated in the Southtown campus in Orchard Park. And we chose the nursing campus there too, because yet again, New York State has very particular requirements on where healthcare campuses can locate. And so they decided that we needed to be here at Orchard Park.
How long is the program itself?
The program itself, it's a traditional 8-semester program because it's a baccalaureate versus a 2-year program, which is an ADN, which is four semesters. A baccalaureate is 8 semesters, and the difference with Bryant Stratton, with all of our programs, we are a continuous enrollment. We enroll 3 times a year, so with an 8-semester program, you can get through the program in 32 months.
Wow, okay, nice. That I feel like that helps the approach with it. When it comes to going back to school, a lot of people are thinking, I don't know if I want to commit to a long time.
And part of that is because they're not just walking out of high school doing this. They have a huge life commitment, a lot of life responsibilities, and they're trying to piece all this stuff together to become successful. 32 months seems like a bite that they can chew versus 48 months.
Well, where can our viewers go to learn more information about this program?
They need to go, obviously, to our website. The other piece of it, too, is if you're really interested, our process is very different than some of the other campuses. We start off with an information session, and we're getting 30 to 60 students every time we do that 2 to 3 times a month. Based on that, you get all the information you need to succeed, not just to qualify. You need to succeed in the program, and then we have admission advisors, and the director of admissions sets up the whole process for you to go through financial aid and transcripts and all the other components of it, and you end up with an interview with me. We try to schedule them, but the demand is becoming more and more. We're trying to keep it at 60 per information session, and we're getting 30 to 60 per session. And then we're pulling out about 40 to 70% of those.
Wow, okay. So what makes this nursing program different than others around the area or even the country?
Well, the one is 32 months.
Yeah.
To get a baccalaureate in 32 months. Number two, and I can say this unabashedly, I think that we're the only school that actually, the focus centers around the student and the student support services and reaching deeply in them to help them. We use a term called career life planning, which means it isn't just getting the profession of nursing, it's taking that profession and fitting it into your life.
Nice. Well, I know Nursing Week is coming up. Tell us what Bryant Stratton is doing to celebrate.
We're just like any school, and if they don't, they're making a major mistake. We're taking a Nursing Week very seriously. So the 4 campuses in New York are doing localized celebrations for their students. For those of you who don't know, Nurses Week, it's always surrounds around Florence Nightingale's birthday, which is May 12th. So it's always that week every year. And it's really a way for the school to appreciate nurses. It should be the way that any organizations appreciate nurses. So we're going to do localized festivities, Rochester, Albany, and Syracuse. We're also putting together joint T-shirts that have the Bryant Stratton logo on the front and the 4 campuses on the back that will go to every student to recognize that piece of it. We're also handing out lamps and other pieces of swag,
yeah,
you know, for the students, because we appreciate the students and we want them to know that this is something very big that they're coming into.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing more about Nursing Week and this incredible program. Viewers, if you'd like to learn more about the nursing program here at Bryant Stratton College, you can head over to their website. If you'd like more information on the nursing program provided by our sponsors at Bryant Stratton College, you can visit bryantstratton.edu.